to shut up and shoot.
Hi, here we go.
Straight Shooter Coffee, the official coffee of Therapy Range. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Therapy Range. I know, I'm still indoors. It sucks, it's driving me crazy. But just like you, I need my therapy, and we're gonna make a video anyway, whether it's too cold to be outside or not. I know, I'm being a pussy. It is what it is. I don't like being cold, and I don't have to be, so I'm not gonna be. So let's talk about Paul's 3-gun loadout for shit hits the fan. Depending on the scenario, we all have our go-to guns that we would run to for self-defense, home defense, shit hits the fan, zombie apocalypse, the world is coming down and the marauders are coming to get your little bit of MREs that you've had saved up. What gun will you go to? Well, that's probably going to be a little bit different for everyone that asked that question, but I figured I would get out my 3 go-to guns in case of a shit hits the fan, zombie apocalypse, whatever scenario that you can imagine. What would be my 3 go-to guns? And what a little bit of information about them. So, let's start off with the pistols. The pistol that I carry is just a simple Glock 19. This is the one that Duck and Cover Coatings did the Cerakoting on for me. This I've had for a long time. I've got over 5,000 rounds fired through this gun. I'm very certain that this is a reliable, trustworthy weapon that'll get her done regardless of the situation. That one runs with a 15 round magazine, and I made myself, well, I didn't make it, but I bought myself a duty belt for carrying, daily carry. So I've got my Kydex holster on that duty belt. I've got a Kydex magazine pouch with 2 more 15 round magazines. And then at Christmas time, I added a fixed blade knife to the belt. One of my sons bought me an old timer for Christmas, so I went ahead and threw that on my belt, and I'm going to carry that for a while. Because, you know, my boy got it for me, so I need to carry it. You know, he didn't buy it for me to sit in a drawer and collect dust. He wants me to use it, so I'm going to use it. That's what we're going to do. And that's what my go-to pistol would be. You know, I carry this gun just about every day. Some days, if I feel like I don't want to carry a full-size gun, or if I need to be concealed, I carry my Kel-Tec PF9. This would not be my go-to gun in a shit hit the fan, self-defense, zombie apocalypse, marauders are coming. That wouldn't be. I mean, it's a good fallback gun, and it's an okay gun to carry for concealed carry. But it's not a Glock. Next go-to gun would be Remington 870. She's clear. I just recently purchased this not too long ago. I kept finding myself in a scenario where I had really, really hot 12 gauge ammunition, and the only things that I had available to me to shoot them with was some Turkish-made 12 gauges. Now, I'm not here to take a dump on the Turkish-made 12 gauges. They're very affordable. They're very budget-friendly shotguns. And for the average gun owner, nothing wrong with one of those Turkish-made shotguns at all. They'll do exactly what the average gun owner would do. I don't consider myself to be the average gun owner. You know, I would think the average gun owner shoots less than 100 rounds a year. I shoot over 100 rounds just about every time I go out on the range. You may not always see it on video, but if I go out to shoot, I'm typically shooting well over 100 rounds, and that's going to happen probably 100 to 150 days a year. I go through a lot of ammo. So I picked up the Remington 12 gauge, and she is a driving beast, man. Created from the tears of children, forged by the hammer of Thor. This bad boy will get her done. Oh yeah, get a little strobe light action going on there. Yeah, I threw a light on there. I added a weaver rail mount to the tube, the ammo tube, and stuck me a flashlight on there to make this a very, very adequate home defense gun. As a matter of fact, this is the one that sits right next to my bed. If anything goes bump in the night, this is what they're going to more than likely end up staring at them when we come face to face. And last but certainly not least, my final go-to gun in a shit hits the fan, zombie apocalypse, world's coming to an end situation would be my Anderson built custom left-handed AR-15. This is chambered in 5.56. I've got a Sig Sauer Romeo red dot on this. I've got two, I got the front and the rear M-lock, not M-lock, Magpul pop-up sights. I've got two 45-degree offset rails on the rifle so I can roll it and fire out of my fixed sights, or I can use my red dot. Got a pressure switch flashlight and an Magpul sling on the weapon. Got the battle axe shoulder stock. I mean, this thing's been a banger for me. You know, I could spend a lot more money on an AR. I know. I've got ARs in the house that cost a lot more than this one. I got this rifle when rifles were still affordably priced, and a custom built lefty. I managed to pick that up for $650 from a buddy of mine that put it together for me by request. I've shot it at 300 yards and I've shot it at close range. That gun will do everything that I need to do, and do it just as well as the $2,000 Daniel Defenses. You know, those rifles are nice, they're pretty, they feel good when you hold them, but I tell you what, this guy right here, I rarely have any kind of issues out of it. You know, I put a magazine in that gun, lock it and load it, and it's ready to run. I don't shoot these very often on video. Ammunition's too damn expensive to run the ARs very often. But I'm going to get it out. You know, I just had some new ammo come into my life, so we're going to get the ARs out soon and do some shooting with them. And maybe do a training video. You know, I'd really like to see some guys come out and do some training with me. So if you live within the Southern Ohio region, hit me up, man. I'd love to train. I want to train. I want to be better with my weapons. And the only way that's going to happen is if I get around guys that have more experience than I do. You know, I love shooting with my buddies and friends, but the reality of it is that our skill levels are pretty close to the same at this point. I need somebody in my life that has a larger skill set, a more polished skill set, to come out here and let's train together. And maybe I can show you a few things, maybe you can show me a few things, and at the end of the at the end of the day, we can both walk away being a little bit better at what we do. That would be an awesome, awesome day. I would love to do that. And if there's any guys out there within the region that would like to do that, holler at me. We'll make it happen. I'm down. With all of that said, you need to make sure and go over and check out Dear Sarge right here on Rumble. He's blowing up. He has him a little run going on. He's jumped up in subscribers. He's getting some decent views. And hopefully that's because of some of the people that have seen Therapy Range have went and checked him out. Dear Sarge is a good channel. He's a good dude. There's some other YouTubers that you guys need to go check out. Always Survive. He's on Always Survive. He's on YouTube and Rumble. Trying to convince him to put more on Rumble. If you went and checked out his channel and gave him some plays and subs, he might be inspired to get more involved in posting more on Rumble than YouTube. Trying to pull people away from YouTube as much as I can. They're the devil. All they want to do is censor people. Live your life to the fullest. Anything less is an injustice to yourself and every single person around you. Over the coming weeks and months, you're going to start hearing me talk more and more about the Brown County, Ohio Hunting and Fishing Expo. I'm the promoter for that event. I'm putting that together, and I'm looking for vendors. If you're a vendor that takes part in hunting, fishing, gun and knife shows, anything of that nature, contact me. transfusionrec@gmail.com, and it's listed in my about section on here on the YouTube page on how to reach me. Send me an email and let me know if you'd like to come out and be a vendor. If you're a fellow gun tuber that has more than 100,000 subscribers and you'd be interested in doing personal appearances, contact me. I'd be interested in having you come out to the show and hang out. All right. Stay free, America. I know it's getting harder. You have no choice. Your kids are counting on you. Your grandkids are counting on you. And the generations of grandkids that you'll never live to see are counting on you to keep them free. Let's work hard on it in 2023. I'm down for the task. Are you? It's time to shut up and shoot.
Hi, here we go.